and welcome to a little rod review by Acid Fly Fishing. Those of you who know me or maybe follow my social media know that I'm a massive fan of the wee burns, the small streams here in the Highlands. And for such confined waters with generally smaller fish, but beautiful small fish and often very plentiful, you want to have a smaller, shorter rod with a bit more feel to get the most out of this sort of very exploratory fishing. So with that in mind, I've this year used mainly 4 rods, which I thought I'd just give you my views on at the end of the season, and hopefully next season some of you would be encouraged to go and give this type of fishing a try, because it is absolutely great fun. It's pure fun fly fishing. So without further ado, let's look at the 4 rods that we're going to have a look at. Here are the 4 rods that we're going to be having a look at. From right to left we have the Vision Eka, and then we have the Orvis Clearwater, and we have the Redington Butter Stick, and then we have the Orvis Superfine glass. So first off, let's have a look at the Vision Eka. Okay, so here's the first one. This is the Vision Eka. It's a relatively new rod, a couple of years old now. They've had it on their range, and as you can see, it's basics. It comes in a clear plastic tube. I wouldn't say it's not anything special, but it's a no frills. Okay, it's a rod that is well made, good value, and yeah, a good rod to get started on the small streams for sure. It retails at £120. This one here is the 3-weight. All of the rods we're reviewing today are 3-weight. It's a 3-weight 7'6", and it's really nice. It actually weighs in at just 79 grams, which is incredibly light, which is actually the same weight as an Orvis Clearwater of the same rod line and length. So let's have a look at it. Into the rod stock. And so you can see, for rods at this price point, you would expect, the cork is okay. There's quite a lot of filler in it, and on this one here, this is about, I think, 2 or 3 years old now. So the wood has swollen slightly on the reel seat, so that can make fitting the reel occasionally a little bit tricky. But yeah, all in all, I would say this is an excellent entry-level rod, or if you're not doing your main type of fishing as the small streams, but you would like a smaller rod of good quality to take on the small stream with you occasionally. Yep, I think the Vision Eka. I'd also definitely recommend the Vision Eka as a starter rod for younger anglers. Again, because of its lightweight. It's the same weight as a Clearwater, and yeah, it's very good, a very good option in that respect. That you wouldn't be too concerned about it maybe being scuffed and damaged quite so much. Okay, and next we have is the Orvis Clearwater, the new Clearwater range from Orvis. I have to say straight off, I find these rods exceptional. They feel lighter than they are, and they are incredibly accurate, an absolute joy to cast. So let's have a look at it. As you can see, it comes in a beautiful metal of a black painted rod tube with brass effect top and bottom. Just the feeling of quality from just getting the rod out the tube shows that you have something special here. I would say that lets it down. This this little bit of plastic here with the name on it. If that was cloth, or even if it wasn't there at all, I think I'd prefer that. But a very cosmetic criticism. So look at it. Okay, so there you have it. Now, yeah, this is the Orvis Clearwater. It retails at 240. It is a 7'6" 4-piece, weighing in at 79 grams. It is beautifully made. There is not a blemish on this. It has your classic half-well handle. The reel seat is it just has a quality feel through the whole thing. Another nice little touch. I don't know why more rods don't do this. Is it has the rod alignment dots, you know, just for ease of setup. Very nice furniture on it, and yeah, just a really nice rod. Now, I was actually quite astounded by this rod. It was sent to me for a demo for me to try out, and I thought it would be too fast for me. Because I do prefer the fuller action rods, which are the last two that were coming through, are much more fuller action rods. And so I thought, yeah, this is probably a very good rod, but it won't be my cup of tea. I was wrong. It is just an absolute joy to cast. You have a real connection with the cast, a real feel to it. Despite being a fast action rod, there is still a remarkable amount of feel and intuition in the cast. So yeah, I would definitely say I would highly recommend this rod. And if you want to take a rod onto the small stream that you probably may never have to upgrade from, to be honest, this could quite easily be your forever small stream rod if a faster action rod is your cup of tea. But if it's not, let's have a look at the other end of the spectrum. Okay, here we have it, the Redington butter stick. This is an absolutely brilliant rod, absolutely wonderful. You can see that the bright orange rod tube makes a statement straight away. This is a rod straight out of the 70s. I think that's the styling angle that Redington has gone for, and I love it. I absolutely love it. Let's have a look inside and you'll see exactly what I mean. So as you can see, it really does have a good 70s vibe going on with the psychedelic wraps, and yeah, this butter stick, it retails at 280. It's a 7' 3-piece, and it has a heritage taper. Okay, so this is a taper that Redington have obviously have had in the cupboard for a long time, and maybe, you know, from the 70s, it feels like the 70s. It is slowed down, beautiful, full action casting, and yeah, this is in the 3-weight. I actually have a 2-weight now on back order. They'll be coming in hopefully in December, because I do already own these rods apart from the Clearwater, and so this is going to fill a gap, but in a 2-weight, which will be much closer, I hope, to an absolutely beautiful rod, which unfortunately they don't make anymore, which was the Vision Classic. I had a 6'8", 2 to 3-weight glass rod from Vision. Still got it. It's an absolutely beautiful one, but absolutely terrified of breaking it because as they're not made anymore. But yeah, the Redington butter stick is an absolutely beautiful, super full action glass rod, and for any people that like the fuller, slower action rods, I would definitely recommend giving this one a look. Let's look at the last one. Okay, last but by definitely no means least is my beautiful Orvis Superfine glass 7'6" 3-weight, 3-piece full flex rod, but a little faster than the butter stick, and it's 73 grams, a little lighter as well. And when you're fishing with rods of this size, you do actually notice just those few grams difference. It does make a difference to the feel of the rod. So as you can see, it comes in this very distinctive metal rod tube. Beautiful rod stock. My name and contact details on it. This really is a rod that pays homage to the rods of the past, I think. So we've got your cigar grip handle, really beautifully made reel seats, and now you can see for the extra, and significantly extra, but this retails at 465, but the quality, for example, of the cork and the quality of the finish is really second to none. And you can see there are small personalizations on it, 11 of maybe the maker of this batch made 19 of these rods, and this is his number 11, or her number 11. Over superfine glass, 7'6", weight 2.5 ounces, which is 73 grams, and casting a 3-weight line. Again, it has the rod alignment dots, but even those are very subtle. So now the camera will pick those up a bit. And this sort of semi-clear wrap. Now this is not as full flex as the butter stick, and not as fast as the Eka or Clearwater. So it sits right in the middle, which makes it a very versatile rod. The butter stick, you might be a little affected by a good strong breeze, which would mess with your cast a bit. Whereas with this, you'll be able to maintain more control over the cast in more blustery conditions, but still retain that beautiful slow feeling. You do still feel it in the cork when you're casting with this rod. So it's a wonderful sort of definitely full flex, but not as full as the butter stick. So yeah, at the moment, it's very difficult for me to say a favourite rod, but given that this gives the most all-round, this is the one that I have probably used the most this season, simply for that reason. The other rods, the faster Clearwater, absolutely was blown away by, and the butter stick was a real revelation, and I can't wait to get my hands on that 2-weight butter stick. Christmas present to myself, if you like. So that was just a quick look at the 4 rods that I've used this year. By all means, any questions or anything, just get in touch. And yep, hope you enjoyed this. Maybe give you some pointers on a small stream rod for 2021. I'd just like to say again, if you haven't done small stream fishing, you have to give it a try. It's so good. Just little rivers like this one behind me here, absolutely fantastic fun. Hopefully coming through the winter, some more reviews and stuff, so stay tuned. And as always, guys and gals, stay well.